doesn't mean jobs are going to be gone for good. It just means there's going to be displacement, which means people are going to have to retool, reskill, move to a different area, try something different. Number two, 40 to 59% of jobs in advanced economies are exposed to AI driven disruption, including routine white collar and service positions, far higher than in less automated regions. This is according to something called Botter Review. Um, 92 million jobs could be outright displaced by 2030 due to AI. A lot of roles like clerical, administrative, and customer service roles, those are the ones that are going to get hit the hardest. In the US, nearly half of all jobs could see a significant share of tasks automated within the next decade. A lot of sales roles, things like that, or try traditional roles, not sales roles. I'm sorry, traditional roles that have to be restructured. And a Senate report warned that AI can eliminate up to 100 million US jobs in the next decade. So this goes all the way as far as nurses, drivers, accountants, etc. And so the AI is coming, the AI is here. But you guys know what our term is for AI. What's the term? Do we know it or do we own it or both? What's the word? Put the word in the comment. The word is known. We've known AI. Okay, that means we've known. We've been knowing. We're prepared, right? So we know it. You learn the tools, and then when you own it, you own the companies that are going to make money from AI. Because the most powerful people, the most powerful group of people in America, are shareholders of American corporations. That's hands down, without a doubt, the most powerful group of people in America. So when you buy stock, you are a shareholder in American corporations. American corporations don't really necessarily answer to politicians. They pretend to answer to politicians, but actually politicians answer to them. That's why, for example, when you see Mark Zuckerberg getting dragged in front of a congressional committee, I want you to pay attention. They'll grill the person. They'll ask a bunch of questions and get real mean and get real nasty and embarrass the person. But then after it's done, nothing actually really happens. Nothing happens. They didn't go in and bust up Facebook and say you're manipulating dopamine levels and harming children and doing this and doing that. No, they just put on the show because that's what they know the American people need. They're like, okay, we're not actually gonna do anything. We need them to feel like we're doing something. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on a show. And that's why I have very little tolerance for political entertainment. Political theater means nothing to me because I like to look at substance versus flash. In fact, today when I was talking to Etan Thomas, the guy I told you about, I told him, I said, the thing I like about you is that you are substance. You're not just, a lot like, flashy athletes and all that. That's worthless, right? But you're a person of substance, and I respect that. All right. So anyway, moving on. Oh, by the way, Dr. Claude Anderson told me to tell you hello. I called him yesterday, and when we do the thing in DC, I wish he could come, but he's not well. But he gives his regards, and he also he wanted me every time I talk to him. It's really a funny conversation because he really wants to be in the fight forever, right? And we were talking about when he started writing his books, Black Labor, White Wealth, and Powernomics and stuff like that, which are two books every black person should read in America, without a doubt. He's on the Mount Rushmore of great black men and women in this country. And one thing he was basically saying was he said, if black people don't get it together, it'll be too late. Actually, he said it already is too late for a lot of people. He used to say, if you don't get it together by 2013, it's going to be too late. Well, in case y'all haven't checked the clock, 2013 was 13 years ago. And if you really process it just from an economic standpoint, if you imagine, think about how differently things would have been if people, or how different things are for people who were making certain financial investments in 2013. Maybe instead of buying Apple stock for $250, you were buying it for $30. Instead of buying Bitcoin for $110,000 or 100,000 or 80,000, you were buying it for 1,000, right? So imagine if people really were interested and open to developing the ideas that would actually lead to prosperity and possibility as opposed to being distracted. So many great things would happen.